Happy Celebration Fri-yay! Who has made it to Friday and is celebrating the fact that it's Friday afternoon, and in the not too distant future, it's tools down. Tools down. Holy crap, hola, Batman. What a week. I was reflecting this morning that I was still trying to get tasks completed that I had set myself to get done on Monday. So my uncle's birthday card might be late in arriving to him. But I'm really grateful for perspective. Who else is grateful for perspective? Without perspective and people to give us perspective, we can spiral out of control and be all, or we can go right down into the doldrums and be flat and almost depressed about what's going on. Perspective is such a useful tool. So I've been trying to think about all the things that have gone on this week and what it is that I want to celebrate. And I think the biggest thing I want to celebrate for me this week is the people around me. It gets talked about a lot. You need to have people around you, and you need to have good people around you, and you need to have the right people around you. Hey, Adele and Gloria, happy Friday. Faye, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining in. Having the right people around you doesn't necessarily mean the people who just make you feel good all the time. They're not your yes men or women or non-binary. Yeah, there are people in your world that have your back. And it's sometimes having your back means telling you an uncomfortable truth. Sometimes it's about helping you pull yourself up and go, hang on a minute, let's think about it this way. Or sometimes it's like, could you please not answer the phone today because I don't think you're going to be very good for people. Now, that didn't happen to me this week, but I know I've got those people in my world. I know that this week people have had my back. My Purple Co team, they have my back. Scylla, lovely to see you. Kelly, it's lovely to see you too. My Purple Co team, I am a business owner and have been for 9 years. Yet I still feel like I need to do everything and have everything sorted for everyone else. I've given up on that with my clients. Like, we don't try and attract all the people with all the problems anymore, because I gave up on that after about, 12 months of being in private practice, because there's just some clients I'm not a good fit for. But for some reason, I have this attachment to wanting to gift the clinicians on my team everything. So when I say, here's a new service delivery, I want to give them a policy and procedure and a practice guideline and all this training and have everything perfect for them. But what I discovered this week is they don't actually need it, nor do they want it. What I actually discovered this week is that when you engage the people on your team with you on your journey, they actually want to come with you. So I'm really sorry, Purple Co people. I've been trying my best to impress you with my awesome management style and my awesome leadership. And I know you've been impressed because you wouldn't have hung around as long as you have, but I don't want to do it on my own anymore. And I don't want to wear all of that pressure anymore. So we had a couple of people this week who just stepped up and stepped in and helped me get some projects finished. And we've made 4 applications for funding this week, which are really big applications for funding. So that's exciting. So my team have really surprised me, not to mention Sophie, who goes and, injures her left knee, has a whole day off work for a massive orthopedic injury and comes back to work the next day. That's having good people around you. But it's also people in my world who have jumped on the phone or any the other ways that I communicate with people and saying, Joe, I can help you with this. I can help you with this. I can help you with this. Sometimes when you're in crisis and people say, what can I do to help? You have no clue what it is you need help with, because you just can't see all the stuff. Scylla, I'll come back to your question. You can't see any of the stuff that's going on. All you can see is, oh my God. So what was super helpful for me this week is I had a few people who went, Joe, if you need help with this, let me help you. If you need help with that, let me help you. And it helped me go, actually, I do need help with that. Or no, I can resource myself differently, but thanks for helping me think through that. So one of those was, somebody saying, Joe, let me do all your social media scheduling for you because I've got a marketing drive that I'm planning this week. But before that conversation had happened, I actually went and employed a communications consultant 1 day a week, and he's brilliant. So I'm pretty excited about that. So simplify my life. I had somebody else get on a call with me and go, Joe, you need to not worry about writing your book next week. Thank you, awesome Kelly. But I have packed it to take away with me next week, just in case we are writing my book next week. Take all that pressure off yourself. And I've had another gorgeous lady who runs a private practice give me a call going, what can I do to look after you next week? It's just, this is what it takes to help you build not only a great business, but have a life in the midst of it. Now, Scylla, what do I mean by engage with them? What I meant was I'm talking about my team members, my other clinicians. And what I actually did differently this time is not prescribe to them. Usually what I do is I go, we've got this great opportunity. I've gone and created this new service for us. Here is how you deliver this service. Instead, this time I've gone, we have this great opportunity. Would you like to be a part of it? And they've all gone, oh, hell yeah. And then I've gone, how would we like to deliver it? So then we've brainstormed on how we want to deliver it. Then we've come up with an entirely different program to what I would have thought of, which is heaps better. Now I know that the people who were involved in that decision-making, all 4 of them have come back to me going, when does it start? What else can we do? How can we help? They've engaged, they've bought in, they've got heaps of momentum happening with what we're wanting to do. I hope that's useful by engaging with them. So in the past, I've just been, this is what you need to do, this is how I need you to do it, lots of rules, lots of checklists, and all this pressure on me. Now I've got a team who are going, let us help design the work that we want to do. We know that you put all this time and effort in, Joe, but let us help you design it and let us help you communicate it. And it's just awesome. So I can now feel very confident in going, here's a draft document for a new referral form. What do you think? And I know that they'll give me commentary, and then we'll all create something that's going to work. So new learning for me, I don't have to do it all of the time, which is pretty darn awesome. So that was an amazing celebration for me this week, that the people around me are pretty cool. And I'm going to give a shout out to my sister Adele, because she was available today when nobody else was available, and I just needed to download a whole heap of stuff before I had a conversation that I didn't want to have. And I'm just really grateful that she called me back and said, I'm here, what do you need? That's really cool. Scylla, yes, it is about letting go of control. Yeah, my inner control freak and I, we've been having fisticuffs in my brain this week. Excuse me while I have a sip of my hot lemon drink. So that's about me. That's what I'm celebrating. I'd love to know from the people watching this video, if you're happy to share, please be happy to share. What else is going on that we can be celebrating? Some of my practice building clients this week have engaged with a virtual assistant type of service, which is extremely awesome and cool. We've spent a lot of time looking at what services are available and what types of assistance that they need and learning how to communicate. And we found a service provider here in Australia, actually, who is able to deliver on all the complexities of things and stuff, and also is very good at working with other control freaks. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to watching some businesses expand and fly as people realize they don't have to do it all either. Some clinical stuff has gone down really well this week. Some great results happening in my team. I had a customer call me at about just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, praising one of my clinicians. So Ross, if you're watching this, that was all about you. And yes, that did come from the person that you're thinking of. You've made a super impression across that entire team. Your name was floated around all over the place, Ross. So thank you for the awesome work that you do. And thank you for being so willing to put up your hand and do what needs to be done. Faye, you're celebrating having patience to trust and let up opportunity unfurl. Oh, girl, I need some of that in me. That is certainly worth celebrating. Goodness me. That is incredible. I see that Sonia has joined the call. I've just put a little shout out to you in a very, stealthy kind of way. I want to celebrate something about Sonia because she is an exceptional rehabilitation professional. Excuse my gulping. And she never looks for praise for herself, and she never looks for awards or accolades. She's one of those person who goes, if we just do a good job, a good job is good in itself. And she's been feeling a little bit of pressure to let other people know that the work she does is a good job, and she finds it tough. But she's really good at what she does. And we find it an honor and a privilege to be able to partner with her and what she does. So I want to say a massive thank you to you, and for your integrity and your strength of character, and for your professionalism, and for trusting us with your people. So thank you. I think you're awesome. So who's got plans for the weekend? I not only have plans for the weekend, I have plans for a week away. I am going away. My bag is actually packed. I got off my This Is Private Practice call last night, and I went and packed my suitcase. We're leaving pretty early tomorrow morning because we've got to get from the Blue Mountains down to the airport. Not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to having a week off. It's obvious I'm not well. You can all hear and see that. So I'm going to need some time to recover. So I take a week off every 90 days. For those of you who don't know me, that's how I do balance. I'm a sprinter, not an endurance athlete. It's a whole story around that, and me learning to run fire trails as well. But anywho, so I know that if I work really hard for 90 days, then if I have a week off, then I rest, I replenish, I regroup, and I'm a nice human being again for the next 90 days. So something my husband actually worked with me on, and we've been doing this now for about 8 years. We've been married 8, so we've been doing it about 8 years. And it just works for me. I'm so grateful for his insight and helping me see that. There's just no way I was ever going to be that balanced person who does yoga every day and meditates for an hour and blah, blah, blah. It's just not me. Might work for you, and it's best if it does. If you know that for yourself, then you work within it, but it doesn't work for me. So I'm going to be near the beach. It's going to be a little bit too cold for swimming in the ocean. I'm going to be near the beach. I'm going to be going for walks. I'm going to be drinking coffee. I've got 3 novels to read. And maybe, just maybe, what is currently known as Chapter 6 of The Entrepreneurial Clinician may also get written. We will see how we go, because there's no pressure, because Kelly took the pressure off me. Well, I am going to go and finish my hot cup of lemon before my voice gives out today. It's coming up to the weekend. If you're spending time with your loved ones, make sure you give them a big squish and let them know how much you love them. I want you to have a think about the people in your world who really have your back, who you know you can count on in a time of crisis, because you know these relationships exist for a reason, and you can be the carer or the person who offers support for someone else in a time of crisis, but you're also going to be in a position where you're going to need to receive it. And let's be wise about who we let into our world, and let's start thinking about who we need in our world who has our back right now. So let's think about that and get ready for it, because we need them and we want to honor them, and we want to be ready to receive their support, because that's not easy for us either. Alrighty, I am having a week off next week. I'm putting up some old episodes or older episodes, because we've been doing this for 12 months now. So some of those will be coming through next week, and hope you don't forget about me for the whole week I'm away. I won't be able to stay off Facebook. You all know me well enough now. Alrighty, have a fabulous, fabulous weekend, and I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.